As I recall, growing up, my play area expanded exponentially. Don't you love that word? Going from East Main Street, where Mortland Road, Reservoir, Union Street was, I don't know, maybe a couple of acres play area, to West Main Street, where I had pretty close to, oh gosh, a couple hundred acres. Not our property. We were renting, but the Ancestor House to the Savage Road to the Craig's house to the Elsmore's house. That was that was one play area. And as I got old enough to, cross the street, um, Mr. Bouchard, the place across the road from the Ancestor House, a red building, Cape style, Mr. Mahoney and his wife lived upstairs in the apartment. And Mr. Mahoney would come across the street to get chicken manure for his wife's flower gardens. I think they were really his flower gardens, but he called them his wife's, or he raised the flowers for her, whatever. But Mr. Mahoney would walk us across the street, and that was how my mother came to deem it safe enough for me to make that trip home. Well, one day Mr. Mahoney wasn't home, and I crossed the street, and I just decided that I was going to do a little exploring. So I went into that field across the road. And if you drive by and you look up into that field, it's got to be, gosh, several hundred yards to the tree line. And on the far left side of the property is an old well. It was covered by some rotting, sun-bleached 6x1s with a hole where the pump used to be. And I remember looking down inside that, kind of leaning onto these old rotten boards. Yeah, I could have died. But there was a snake down there. I felt bad for the snake because I was afraid he was going to drown, but he was just there swimming around. He was probably there till he died, starved to death, whatever. But in going up into the back corner of that field on the far